A new wave of Monster Hunter has just risen. What's up, gamers? Your boy Beast Gamer Kuma here with my thoughts on the Monster Hunter Rise demo that's available right now on the Nintendo Switch. It's going on from now till January 30th, February 1st. It's a little bit iffy on the information, but yeah, you can download the demo in the Nintendo eShop and play online locally. It's pretty cool. But you only get 30 quests to do, but there's a way around it, but I'm not going to get into that. We're going to talk about this game as a whole. So I have to admit, at first, the mechanics of Monster Hunter Rise was a bit funky for me because I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch versus, the PS5 controller playing Monster Hunter World. I'm a veteran Monster Hunter, playing back from the PS2 days all the way up till now. Even played the PSP versions, the 3D, the DS, 3DS versions, love them all. Even the 360 one that never came to the States, but we're not talking about that here. Monster Hunter Rise is a different transition from going from Monster Hunter World. And personally, when I first started playing, I got a little bit intimidated because there's a lot of new mechanics in this. And since I'm an insect glaive user, I cannot mount the monsters like I used to do in Monster Hunter World. So pretty much, as I try to explain to people when it comes to things they don't understand, they want to quickly blame the game, the developers, and they, mess with their whole motif of their favorite genre. No, it's on me. I suck at first, at least, and I wasn't really understanding the mechanics. I didn't trash the game at all. I was just saying I'm trash. But after playing with my homie Fresh Prince, he gave me the rundown because he wanted me to really get into this and understand it, because you get this new ability with the wire wisp, the wire bugs. They're freaking cool. It's amazing. This is how you mount monsters now, and each weapon does a different ability. Since I'm an insect glaive user, it gives me more mobility like Spider-Man, where I just, with my weapon whipped out, I can launch myself up in the air, do a spinning attack, and all sorts of stuff. It's crazy. You get the Y and A buttons to utilize your bug, which is pretty cool. And I also use so far these are the weapons I use. I use the insect glaive, hammer, and dual blades. I didn't like the wire bug too much with the dual blades because with the dual blades, you shoot a kunai at the monster and you're supposed to do more damage when it gets stuck to a certain part of the monster. It's pretty cool, and also it gives you another dodge ability to whisk yourself away out of that situation. But the best feature in this game so far is that we can now control the monsters, but you have to find the specific bugs, these spiders, so you can capture the monsters, ride them. You can either knock them around, like, ride them, beat the crap out of them, or you can use them against other monsters that you're going to fight. That's pretty dope. This is what we wanted. This is what was in Monster Hunter Stories, but it was more intuitive because you get a pet, then you graze it, then the monster becomes your friend, and y'all fight in battles. But bringing this to actual Monster Hunter game is cool. I mean, there's a limited time where you can ride the monster and use them in a battle, but still, during that momentary time, that's badass. Nothing like taking a Rathalos into a fight against Metsune, and it's like I was kind of calculating how much damage you can do. Does this make it too easy? Somewhat, because the monster is kind of hard to control a little bit, and I don't think the damage actually amplifies, but it comes with a nice, strategy and advantage, which is pretty cool. And being that this is technically a new Monster Hunter world that we are in Rise, because it has a more Japanese motif to it. Your characters act more like ninjas, especially how it traverses the area, which is pretty cool. You get this super wisp bug that can launch you up in the air, and you can run up walls and use your bug to zip line even higher. But it depends on how many bugs you have, because your max level of bugs is 3. Even though the demo was a little bit limited, we still had a lot of fun, especially in multiplayer, fighting these monsters. And they give you enough time in these demos, unlike previous games where they give you like 20-15 minutes. This one gave you a full 50 in each fight, so it gave you enough time to explore the world, check out the areas, look at the different things you can gather. And this is one of my favorite features so far: the Palamute and the Palico. So when you go into battle now, you have both Palico and Palamute. The Palamute is a new doggo assistant character that helps you out in battles. Now, what's best about this one, it also acts as a mount to help you traverse the areas a lot faster. The doggo has a drift move where it goes into a speed burst, and we like deja vu, and it's just freaking fun as hell. It can climb up walls faster, so it doesn't waste no stamina. You can do everything that you can do on a mount, like you can sharpen faster. You can even attack on a mount. Yes, the doggo as a mounted vehicle to traverse the area can also attack the monsters while you're on them. Then you just dismount and go into your battle, and it helps you fight. The damn dog has a blade in his mouth, and depending on the weapon that you use, each weapon in his mouth will do something different. It got a chain move. It's freaking amazing. This was one of the best features to ever have to Monster Hunter Rise. And I'm just like, Capcom, bravo. And this also gave me a big thought of possibilities on the DLC, because Nintendo and Monster Hunter, Capcom, they give us some pretty cool DLC when it comes to crossovers and stuff like that. So, since this is our doggo and I'm sure we can customize them in any color or anything like that, I want an Okami crossover. So we can get the Okami dog as, one of our companions, which will freaking rock. Capcom, if you're listening, please, I know y'all probably in the boardroom or whatever. Somebody probably already thought about this. Jim in the office, we know you. I know you doing this. So I'm just putting it out there anyway. Give us an Okami crossover DLC so we can have the Okami dog in this game. It will be freaking sweet. Damn. And I'm just thinking about all the other DLCs that happened on the Nintendo before. They had Sonic the Hedgehog for the Palico. They had Chun-Li, Blanca, all these different type of characters. And in Monster Hunter World, we had a lot of nice crossover characters for our people, especially Mega Man Palico. We had Ryu for our characters, The Witcher, all that stuff. So Monster Hunter Rise, I'm looking forward to what this is, and I'm enjoying it so far, especially when you can take it on the go, and it has local and online co-op. Sadly, there is no voice support. So what I had to do with my buddy, we did Facebook chat, or I'm going to have to do Discord on my computer and stuff like that, talk to other people. But yes, I'm definitely, hopefully, I have more time to play in person with my fellow hunters out there in the world. But yes, I am totally 100% with this. I'm glad I did my pre-order. Monster Hunter Rise will drop on March 26, 2021. Pre-orders are happening right now, but again, you could try out the demo right now with a limit of 30 quests. So get in there. They have a nice tutorial for both things to teach you what to do with your Palico and your Palamute. So it's not like they just throwing you in there to figure stuff out. They actually give you enough. And you only got 2 missions so far, but the most intimidating one was fighting Mitsune, which, whoo, it got soapy bubbles that make you slip around, which is fun. I actually used it in my advantage. I actually purposely get hit with the bubbles so I can have that drift move where I'm just like sliding. But also, little pro tip, if you see red or green bubbles, these will help you out. The red will give you an attack boost, the green will give you health. So keep an eye on that when it posts out its bubbles. So that's about it. Other than that, let me hear your thoughts on Monster Hunter Rise if you are playing it right now. Happy New Year to everybody else. This is my first, I want to say, preview post for the new year. Please hit that like and subscribe button. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers this year. Please help me out. My birthday was yesterday, I'm just saying that. But anyway, not important. As always, beast out.